So this is how it's done. You push the button, and then it's like all of a sudden like, oh no, I gotta come up with something to say. So I will come up with something to say. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Monkey Shine Lab, such as it is. We are in mobile unit WI3. That's because I'm here in Wisconsin, and as you see, my mother is where Annie usually is. Oh no, I'm having an edible complex. I'm gonna drag my mom through the toy aisle, and I'm gonna drag you with it. Say hi to the folks, Mom.
Hello, folks. How are you? I got my baby with me today, and he's going to teach me a little something about Walmart toys. Yeah, so...
I'm going to show my mother the pathetic choice of career that I have chosen now. I have gotten to show her lots of pathetic careers throughout my life, but this is my new pathetic career.
But when he was little, and I would take him to Walmart, he would cry because he wanted toys.
Really?
And when he cried, he had to go back to the car and wait for me to finish the job.
So what we're going to do is I'm just going to stay
toys.
in the car, and I'm going to give you the phone, and you're going to go in.
No toys for this naughty boy.
Yes, I'm buying all the things that I never had as a youth. It's so untrue. I had everything I ever needed. This woman and my father, rest his soul,
God love him.
gave us everything we ever needed. And we've been talking about that. Go see your family. Call your mom. Go talk to your brother and your sister. Do it today. It's been too long. Right?
Give your mom a hug.
Anyway, we're here at the Walmart in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. So this is going to be some real exotic Walmart. Packer gear everywhere.
Never been in an exotic Walmart, so I'm looking forward to this.
All right, kids, let's go inside. It doesn't get funny until we get there. I didn't check the kickoff time, or they played Monday last week, so I would imagine they're playing today. Oh, look at that plate. Egg Harbor. That's cool. my mother just went, That's where I get that from. They hear me sigh and sort of go,
Do they know how old I am? For God's sake, going into Walmart, looking at toys.
My mother is 39, everybody. All right, well.
So where is the toy department?
It is usually back by the entertainment. And then the way to see is that they have like, up on the wall, you'll see that they have like auto care, entertainment, and it's usually there's a Hot Wheels thing up on the wall. These places are all built the same, the exact same.
Toys.
Bam. Reminds me of being on the airplane the other day. Which, like, obviously we need a circumcision. This is the new jam, Cocoa Melon. Are you familiar with Cocoa Melon?
No.
Neither am I, but I'm learning.
What is this, the new patchwork or the Cabbage Patch doll?
Those were the squash mallows or something. I think they'll probably have a big bin of those around. I'll show them to you. Oh God, what? What did you say? Did you say how awful? But you asked like what the Cabbage Patch doll of the day is. It's Squishmallows.
Oh, how awful.
What do you think of this? Do you think that this action figure is $25 worth? Toys aren't made for kids anymore. They're made for people like me. They figure they're not selling this for the kid that's gonna go play with it. They're $33. So they're selling this to people who are gonna keep it on the card like that. They're gonna keep it real nice. So what we try to promote too is taking this stuff out out of the package because toys need to be played with or they die. We're looking at 25 across the board, but I'm saying to our audience a lot lately, wait these out and find them in the secondary resales and you'll get them for 10 bucks. There are stores like Ollie's. We don't have Ollie's here, but there's a store called Ollie's that gets all this stuff that doesn't sell, and then they price it down to 10 bucks. And that's when you jump on these things. Everything here is gonna wind up half sale, half price somewhere. And that's sort of the fun. I'm not a gambler, but it's fun to sort of gamble on whether or not you're gonna find that in the future. And I'll tell you what, it's like an adrenaline shot when you do. I just found a King Kong figure that I wanted really badly 3 years ago, and I found it for half price. I bet there's toys on those pallets. One thing I won't do is pallet raid. Pallet raiding is where they will lay out this stock before they put it on the shelves, and people will come in and find the box of toys, the Hot Wheels usually, and they'll open them up and take the valuable cars out. It's like the people who like reach down to the bottom of the cereal box to get the prize the first day the box was open. That's what people are doing now. Also, they'll take things, say that, you know, this is the most valuable doll going right now for the year, and they'll undershelf it so that they can come back and pick it up later. And so a lot of stores are losing revenue, but the stuff isn't leaving the store. And so another thing that we do is called shelf flipping. And I'll show you that in Target when we go over there, because they have down below, they have a solid fascia, and all of the electrical goes under that.
On a show, and
Yeah.
I did look and see.
And so we'll lift the shelf up, and you can find stuff that's been down there for 10 years, stuck to the floor. It's hilarious. We'll go through and open shelves and fill up a cart of toys and then go park it at the toy department. You know, and just leave it there. Just, here you go. We found all of your stock for you. And then they get mad at us because it's insurance. It's guaranteed that somebody's been through this. There's probably nothing of value in there outside of just regular old cars. But what we will do is go through and look for certain models that we know are in certain cases. Each car, on the top there's a serial number. Mm-hmm. The last letter is the case that it comes from. There are European cards, short cards, and all other sort of things. So people are always looking for stuff. Like a friend of mine collects these DeLoreans. Mm-hmm. Remember John DeLorean and all the cocaine?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
The only other problem with them is that they used to be under $1. So now they're $1.18. Can't get 5 for $5 anymore. Tell me what you think about those.
Well, I don't know what to think about those.
Do you think that kids need fidget spinners and fidget
Actually, I
devices?
think probably bubble wrap would do it.
Isn't that what we used to use?
I think yeah. And it doesn't make enough noise.
There you go.
So
see?
The bubble wrap is much better.
Parents out there, listen to my mother. Bubble wrap is better than fidgets. Got it? All right. The most sad Hot Wheels phone booth display ever made.
My goodness.
2 cup holders.
The kid is held hostage against even picking his own nose.
Oh, man.
That is awful.
Who drives like that with a kiddie car?
Yeah,
This is the woman who drove the Buick station wagon with all of us rolling around in the back.
absolutely.
But, and I turned out, all right, all right. The only thing it's missing is a rod holder. This is just sort of a little bit of downtown Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. If you think it looks like Oregon, you'd be right. They're very similar and entirely different. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, wow. Good Lord. What's going on?
That is a private home.
That's a private home, yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, it's very like Oregon in that there's nut rods. Steel Bridge with the Maritime Museum, you say, was on the left. And that tower is now the tallest structure in Sturgeon, you were saying?
Yes.
At how many stories? 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And that is the tug John Purves, which is also an attraction here in Sturgeon Bay. Those things take you on a tour.
There was a license plate over there that says Door Living.
Oh, hey. How about that? And for that, they paid $75 extra a year. That is super.
So here we are, folks, at the fuzzy. Now it's in focus. Now it's out of focus. Now it's in focus. What is going on? Am I having a stroke? Now it's focused. We're here at the Target. Yes. The mighty red. And you have no balls to pick. There are no balls. Denied. The big red balls.
Not so.
Let's take a look at Barbie, Mom. Can you believe this anymore? My mother, Paige said she had one Barbie.
No, she never had a Barbie.
Really?
I sold that. I happened to.
But you bought me a G.I. Joe. Is there anything more warlike than G.I. Joe? G.I. Joe, by the way, still exists. They're just smaller now.
The packaging.
The Japanese make them smaller and
The
cheaper.
packaging.
Tell me, do you think that's warmongerish?
The guy is headed for the local Walmart.
My mother is genuinely shaken by what I've exposed her to this morning.
Oh my goodness. Whatever happened to Bugs Bunny?
John Lennon said happiness is a warm gun.
Oh.
Still don't know what he means by that.
I bought a lot of toys in my lifetime. I really have. But they weren't all going to war.
I found actually a t-shirt in a Target. This was probably about a half a year ago, but I found a t-shirt that said, "Do what you love," and it was on a kid mannequin. And I said, yeah, do what you love. Unless what you love is children. say, drizzle, drazzle, druzzle, drum. Time for this one to go home. This is Sunday afternoon and evening, sort of. And this is what happens in the southbound lanes of the peninsula. It's like a Grateful Dead concert let out. We know dogs don't fart.